Shalom family, Shemani Laya. Thank you for joining me in Unsectarian Wisdom, and as usual, I'm a wise, wealthy, rich, celestial being that is loved by the Most High Creator. Let's go ahead and jump in, family. Getting back into the knowledge book. Alright. Page 10. And this is picking back up at chapter 3 is where we left off. We didn't finish, but well, I didn't finish. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. I'm going to show you pictures and stuff as we go through. Tafi of Yunus. Beat the root of penitence with the leaf of pardon. In the mortar of the heart with the pestilence of oneness. Sift it through the sieve of mercy. Cook it on the fire of love with the honey of affection. Eat it morning and evening with the finger of contentment. Yunus Emir, the message received by the spiritual mother Rushar. In other words, family, what I got, what in the Bible, what does it say? If you want to be forgiven in heaven, if you want the Father to forgive you, then you should forgive your enemies of their sins, or don't come to the altar unless you first forgiven your brother's sins. So at the end of the day, family, it all comes down to forgiveness. That's something that's helped me in life, at times that have helped me get over things and really build up a tough skin is when I really self-reflect and I look at the decisions, the things I've done in my life, and I think to myself, man, well, if I want forgiveness, if, this heaven and hell thing is real or whatever, then shouldn't I probably forgive others if I'm wanting to be forgiven for things that I know I'm wrong for? Anyway, let's keep going. Although I don't believe in the hell thing no more, but, still important because I believe in a version of hell, but I don't necessarily, anyway. The private message has been written with the permission of the Supreme. Okay, note. The private message has been written with the permission of the Supreme Realm. This message will remain in your essence file. Pen of the Golden Age, PGA. 6 photocopies will be made. The emblems that are sent will be pasted in the notebooks. The photocopies of the messages and the emblems will be reproduced by the cooperation among you. This page will be photocopied on both sides. This is the page, the emblem is talking about right here. All right. Announcement. Note. In today's medium, the connection with space are kept secret. My bad, hold on. Announcement. Note. Oh, let me get my reading, Chris. Okay. In today's medium, the connections with space are kept secret due to numerous drawbacks. We have given the authorization to mention us only to dear Mevlana. The coat of Alpha is the direct coat of the Lord. All the knowledge given from there is authentic and correct. All your religious books were revealed from here. The period you call the period of resurrection, we call the period of awakening, and consider it as the beginning of the golden age. This beginning is never outside the medium. It proceeds tantamount to the flow of time. Our effort is to save our world friends in the light of this book. We are friendly hands who provide the connection between the firmament and the earth. Our helping hands are extended to you in this manner. Those who comprehend us will come to us. Friends will unite with friends, and the divine light of Allah will flow onto you. Notice to the group missionaries. Your coat is alpha. The color of your symbol is purple. Your emblem is the sunflower. Hold on, let me go back. Notice to the group missionaries. Your coat is alpha. The color of your symbol is purple, like royalty, like the book, like in the Bible, royalty, purple is the color of royalty. Like the priest, the high priest in the tabernacle, the Levites, the Levite priests. Your coat is alpha. The color of your symbol is purple. Your emblem is the sunflower, representing the sun, new life, creation, the soul, the Father. Mission allotment has already been made among you. Let me start again. My bad, family. I'm gonna stop interrupting like that. Well, no, I'm gonna talk, but I'm gonna go through the whole paragraph. So I apologize. I'm gonna try not to stop and things like that. Your coat is alpha. The color of your symbol is purple. Your emblem is the sunflower. Mission allotment has already been made among you. They will search and find you. Namely, our friend who has received the message will first write the names of her friends in a notebook. Then phone them, one by one. Those who answer the phone will be invited by the leader of the group to her house the following Tuesday. The message will be read, and the goal will be told. The leader will gather her friends in her house the following Tuesday, and will ask them each to bring a thick notebook and a pen. For once only, the emblems sent from the center will be pasted with the date of that day in the notebooks of those who bring them. They are the essence missionaries of the group. They are obliged to give the messages they receive to 6 people by photocopying. The administration is in the hands of the group leader. Our friend who has received the messages through the main channel is the group leader. The leader will assemble her group and explain the features of the work. After the names of these 6 friends are notified to the essence nucleus, the group will be considered established. Messages will come from the Essene nucleus. Everyone will write his or her own book by writing the messages in their notebooks in their own handwriting. This book is your testimonial. Do not forget. Oh, let me make sure I didn't. Okay. Do not forget that there are 3 things in your physical body that have not changed since your coming into existence until today. The first, your spirit. The second, your fingerprints. And the third, your handwriting. For this reason, we ask you to write in your own handwriting. Writing is optional for those who are not missionaries. They will only serve in disturbing the messages. In every family, one person will write the book. It is for the benefit of the other individuals to read it. The one who receives the message will, without fail, put the date of that day. This is very important. Your financial problem will be solved in the following way. Okay. The one who receives the message will without fail, put the date of that day. This is very important. That's what it says in the book. It says this is very important. Your financial problem will be solved in the following way. 3 friends will open a joint account in the nearest bank. The leader of the group is in charge of the account number. She will collect the money. When the time comes, other friends will also be sent to you. Render your endeavors only in the mission of the distribution. We send our regards and gratitude to our friends. Pen of the Golden Age. The distribution will be made in the following way. This is a illustration. Oh, my bad. Hold on, my bad, family. Let me you know I'm bad with this sometimes. I be tripping with. Okay, there we go, that way. Alright, so note, this message is a message concerning the foundation of the initial establishment of the group. Frequency codes. Frequency codes have been established in the entire universe due to the increase in the 6 senses. Mission allotments have been made by measuring everyone's megawatt powers. Those who receive or will receive these messages will be sent to you. No one should force anyone else. Only read the messages for the time being. Those who desire will keep notebooks. Now, we would like to talk to you more clearly. You are the codes who were prepared centuries ago and now have been sent to give direction to this beautiful world of yours as servants created by our Allah. These messages you have in your hands are your essence testimonials. Now we ask you to keep them very well. In the groups where you read the messages, our friends who will write this book in their handwriting will not be exposed to any discomfort from now on. This book is a savior. Hold on, let me go back. In the groups where you read the messages, our friends who will write this book in their handwriting will not be exposed to any discomfort from now on. This book is a savior. Illuminate your surroundings by reading the messages you receive to everyone. From 1984 to the beginning of 1986, make an effort to bloom a flower in every country with all your endeavor. The flowers will bloom in the following way. Our friends who have received and has written this message is the leader. Our friend who has received and has written this message is the leader. By gathering 6 petals around her, she will form a 6-petal daisy. That is, by dictating the message to 6 people, the first center flower will bloom in this way. Only the names of those in the center flower will be notified to the essence channel. Later, with this system, the messages will be distributed to 6, and dissemination in the entire universe will be provided. Do not forget that your efforts will unify you all at the infinite absolute. Do not forget that your efforts will unify you all at the infinite absolute and will submerge you in infinite happiness. Let us define this with an example in this way. When a ship sinks, the captain and the crew are the last ones to leave it. Their goal is to save the people who have fallen into the water in sequence. First, 0-7 age group, then 7. Oh, my bad. It says first 0 through 7 age group, then 7 through 14 age group will be saved. Then women and later men. Now, the lesson you should take from this is that the final period of the 20th century, there is a must to work without pausing for breath. From now on, you, our friends, will be called the sacred missionaries. Now everyone is cognizant of his or her mission and has the consciousness of what to do. The mission you perform now is to assemble all your terrestrial brothers and sisters under one roof. As a necessity of the system, this process will bring together those who have been selected before. In other words, family, if you call yourself a light child or what's the different names? A light bearer, angel, all the different names. This book is basically for you. If you want to know your purpose, and I've said it before, when I look at this map, I believe our central purpose, like family, the Bible is almost like sometimes I tell people the Bible, in a way, essentially, Yahusha first went to his people, his tribes, right? So it was almost like first he went to the bus drivers. Imagine, and basically this is how whoever's listening to this and really who's accepting this and understanding it, I'm talking to you. This is a message to you. This is who you are. Basically, Yahusha went to the other tribes to wake them up first because they're the bus drivers. When I read this, I get the spirit of whoever accepts this, you are the bus driver. And it's like those stars. It's like they're saying, I know it almost sounds like a pyramid scheme, but remember, even with the word pyramid scheme, a lot of stuff that we don't understand, family, this is like old knowledge. A lot of people have taken wisdom and perverted it and used it for self-serving reasons. So this message, once again, this is for those, like, if you just have that desire to serve creation, to spread that light, true wisdom and knowledge of sermon. I'm not talking about no ignorant stuff. I'm talking about actually spreading real knowledge, the actual universal gospel that I believe that eventually, family, is for us to take out to different species because of just who we are. Because we are gods in a man's body. We have something that other species don't. We have a capability to have a balance. More powerful. This is why I say when I say so-called aliens, I don't think they're aliens, but whatever you want to call them. This is why they envy us in ways and they admire us because of our depth of emotion and who we are. So I wanted to say that. So yeah, this is basically and then I'm done. I'm gonna keep going. It's basically just this is how do I want to I lost my my wording. Okay, let's just keep going. So yeah, if you think if you think you're a light child, an angel child, I forget the name. There's a word I'm forgetting. What's it called? Like I said, this is for you. This is who's taught to. If you can receive, if you can't understand, receive the message, it's either not time, or it's not for you. From now on, you, our friends, will be called the sacred missionaries. Now everyone is cognizant of his or her mission and has the consciousness of what to do. The mission you perform now is to assemble all your terrestrial brothers and sisters under one roof. As a necessity of the system, this process will bring together those who have been selected before. During the next 2 years, the entire system will be established. Your lives afterwards will be happier and more comfortable. Do not forget that this is valid only for friends who fully perform their missions. After 2 years, your universal bond with the entire world will be established. The system will function automatically. The system does not stop where you stop. Special excuses excluded. You are given a credit of 10 celestial segments. This means 10 days. A day after that, the automatic computer will bring the missionary behind you into effect. This is announced with our love to all our missionaries. Call from the pen of the golden age. Do not ever forget that humankind always esteems its own intellect. Divine manifestations are different in each person. The ever-changing humankind cannot ascertain the borders of learning. The foundation of the dome of the cosmos was laid throughout. The foundation of the dome of the cosmos was laid through worship. The dome of the cosmos? Okay. The preeminent all-merciful has shed light on everyone on this path. However, humankind, the genuine devotees excluded, is not able to perceive anything in depth. This book is a call. It will disseminate the commands of the dome to the entire universe in conformity with the universal theory. This single book, which is dictated to you, is the common book of the entire universe. All the books which have been revealed to Terra. Hold on. All the books which have been revealed to Terra from the same channel until today with the command of our Lord have been for the examination and evolution of humanity. Now with this single book in your hands, you are undergoing your individual examinations. Family, I'm going to have to tell y'all this story of how I actually came upon this book one day. Like, this is crazy now. Like, when I first saw this book, like, I wasn't even aware of this. Like, this, oh man. And I'm just, crazy. Okay, anyway. Our friends who attain a genuine consciousness of this sacred period will become whole in the light of the universal book. This last period of resurrecting, which we call the period in which heavens will be opened, is the time corresponding to the last years of the ending of the 20th century. Our goal is to assemble all our terrestrial brothers and sisters under the same roof with this book. The commands we receive are the commands of the divine. Since the beginning of this year, everyone has been forming his or her mission in the framework of the commands they received. The opening brain coats of humankind have advanced on the path of learning until today and are still continuing to advance. During the lives after this, there will be no more crawling. For this reason, during the lives after this, there will be no more crawling. The lives. I wonder what the lives means. The circle of life, reincarnate, maybe. For this reason, with the request of the divine realm, our Mevlana code has been notified by us of the mission of explaining the truth only to our preeminent friends who have pledged themselves to the resignation medium on the path of worship. For this reason, with the request of the divine realm, our Mevlana code has been notified by us of the mission of explaining the truth only to our preeminent friends who have pledged themselves to the resignation medium of the path of worship. Do not forget that your most perfect religious books, which were revealed from the divine plane, have always enlightened you on the path of goodwill, tolerance, peace, brotherhood, love, work, and learning. Unfortunately, your societies have degenerated those sacred books. Now this book again explains to you, one by one, with all its openness, the same suggestions that are the essence of all the books. There is no fanaticism. There is no fanaticism, bigotry at the plane of God. Everything in nature is pure and shining. Havoc is not in God, but in his servants. The underdeveloped state of Islamic society is due to this fact. Now, this book has been revealed as a command of the divine from the consciousness codes of Atatürk's Republic to the Mevlana code, that is the Anatolian channel. Our call is the slogan of dear Mevlana, who has achieved the most supreme degree of the plane of humanity. Come, come, come. No matter who you are, nevertheless do you come. Whether a Mazdeen or an atheist, this place is not a gate of repentance. Do come even if you have reversed your penitence 1,000 times. Your heart is a seat of prostration. Perform your worship there and come. Perform your worship there and come. Our arms are open to all our human brothers and sisters. This book has been taken in hand because during this period it was thought necessary to make the explanation of the essence of the Quran and the religious books. Our goal is to introduce the human to all of humanity. This system was established according to the universal laws. This system, which was established according to the universal laws, has never passed beyond time. That is, this system has been codified to remain within the circuit. You know what book makes a lot more sense too? As I read along with this, family, just real quick. This book right here. This book, look, don't let the name fool you. It's not just your average, everyday, cookie cutter, Christian, and it's not even a Christian. Anyway, let's just saying, family, I read that too. This system, which was established according to the universal laws, has passed beyond time. This system has been confined to remain within the circuit. In the name of, hold on, I got to read that again, family. I read that too fast. This book has been taken in hand because during this period, it was thought necessary to make the explanation of the essence of the Quran and the religious books. Our goal is to introduce the human to all of humanity. This system, which was established according to the universal laws, has never passed beyond time. That is, this system has been confined to remain within the circuit. In the name of the liberation of the world, we are now deviating from this path, taking you out of the system slowly. Those who have reached this consciousness are only the genius essence codes. This initial energy is the noblest gene. They are the energies and genes that have not been impaired. For this reason, the one who found the truth first was Shams of Tabriz. Following this path, he went to the city of Bel, where Mevlana was born, and then went to Damascus. Mevlana went to Damascus in his youth and met Shams, and he could not see Shams again until he came to Kanya. Hold on, let me go back. In the name of liberation, in the name of the liberation of the world, we are now deviating from this path, taking you out of the system slowly. Those who have reached this consciousness are only the genuine essence codes. The initial energy is the noblest gene. They are the energies and genes that have not been impaired. For this reason, the one who found the truth first was Shams of Tabriz. Following this path, he went to the city of Bel, where Mevlana was born, and then went to Damascus. Mevlana went to Damascus in his youth and met Shams, and he could not see Shams again until he came to Kanya. In fact, Shams is no other than the Mercury of Mythos. Find Mercury and read it. He was also called, that was in parentheses, it said find Mercury and read it. In fact, Shams is no other than the Mercury of Mythos. So if anybody knows what that is, put in the comments. He was also called the Flying Dutchman. In every period, he has rightfully performed his mission. The Flying Dutchman, does that have to do with like Disney Channel and the pirates, like Flying Dutchman is a pirate? So that almost sounds like someone who's been going through past lives. They've reincarnated is what it almost sounds like. He was also called the Flying Dutchman. In every period, he has rightfully performed his mission. Shams waited for the awakening. Oh, and also another good book, family, that talks about past lives and stuff like that, or another breakdown of it, is this book right here, The Cobra. So that's another reading. Like I said, family, a lot of these books, man, they just intersect, family. Shams waited for the awakening period of Mevlana. This is because Shams is the twin spirit and brother of Mevlana. Why did Mevlana awake late? Because one of them was waiting in the world, in zero frequency, and the other was waiting in the firmament, in the infinite code. Oh, okay, I just got this. Okay, Shams waited for the awakening period of Mevlana. This is because Shams is the twin spirit and brother of Mevlana. Why did Mevlana awake? Okay, so Shams is Mevlana's higher self. You have a higher self. So that's what well, at least that's what I'm getting right now. So Shams awaited for the awakening period of Mevlana. This is because Shams is the twin spirit and brother of Mevlana. Why did Mevlana awaken late? Because one of them was waiting in the world, in zero frequency, and the other was waiting in the firmament, at the infinite coat. Mevlana, who has always been connected with his God, received the command of writing his Masnawi even before coming to this world. The goal was for him to shed light on the society he was in. But it should never be forgotten that each enlightening guide needs an enlightening guide. Shams was sent to the world afterward to assist him. Society that was not aware of the realm. Society that was not aware of the real meaning of their togetherness made various expoundings about them. Mevlana, who said that the frequency of love was even higher than the firmament, embraced the entire universe with his love. This is such a love that only those who reach its true meaning know. This is the love of God that everyone seeks but cannot find. The Supreme One, who brings an apple into existence from the essence of the seed, renders it a whole by giving it his entire energy. When the awareness of an apple, the awareness of the human, the awareness of the rock, of the soil, the awareness of the animal, in short, the awareness of all the elements you see in the universe, unify with this universal consciousness, then they become a whole. During those ages, and in the Quran, this was called exist in unity. Now, it is called universal unification, which is atomic integration. Once Yunus said, "There is a self within myself," and found his God in this way. The energy of your nucleic essence ultimately provides your atomic integration by holding the neutron and the proton. The entire universe is an atomic unification. This is the reason why we feel God beside us every moment. Mevlana was with his God each moment. He was enlightening society by talking through his tongue. But until he found Shams, he could never pass to the firmament. He could never pass to the firmament coat, which we call the second evolvement coat. Shams assisted him in this aspect. In this manner, both of the energies of awareness unified and formed a whole, and established their triangle code with God as the following: God, Shams, Mevlana. Where they went, the magnetic power, there goes that pyramid again, man. Remember, everything's built on a triangle, pyramids and things of that nature. Wherever they went, the magnetic power of this unified field connected everyone they associated with in society to the universal light code. Those were the lights who were carrying the closest energies to them in the society they were in. We can also explain this in the following way. The noble genes, which carry the initial energy at the initial existence, are the white moths, that is, the whirling dervishes. She or he opened his or her arms to the whole universe and whirled unceasingly, so that she or he would never turn his or her back on his or her God, by attaining the consciousness that he is present in every direction. Hold on, let me read that again. Those were the lights who were carrying the closest energies to them in the society they were in. We can also explain this. Hold on, let me read it. Sham assisted him in this aspect. In this manner, both of the energies of awareness unified and formed a whole, and established their triangle code with God as the following: God, Shams, and Mevlana. Wherever they went, the magnetic power of this unified field connected everyone they associated with in society to the universal light code. Those were the lights who were carrying the closest energies to them in the society they were in. We can also explain this in the following way. The noble genes, which carry the initial energy at the initial existence, are the white moths. That is, the whirling dervishes. He opened his or her arms to the whole universe and whirled unceasingly, so that she or he would never turn his or her back to his or her God by attaining the consciousness that he is present in every direction. I don't know, when I read that, family, I get the picture of, like, let's say a pyramid, but a 3D rendering of a pyramid, right? And a circle around it, and the pyramid spinning in a circle. Because the pyramid is representation, or I guess in Christianity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, or in this case, Mevlana and Shams and God. Making a pyramid. The three make a triangle, which make a pyramid, which if you turn in a circle, covers, and that circle represents creation. It represents time within creation to experience. Let's keep going. A rolling dervish in ecstasy reuniting with his love, with his God, with the sounds of the reed flute is the same as the lover dancing to the notes of music, talking about creation. And they are on the same frequency. Oh yeah, creation comes from the vibe. Family, I forget what I was reading. What were we reading? Where it was, I think the Keys of Enoch book. It was talking about how the horn blown on Resurrection Day is actually a piece of technology that utilizes vibrations, sound vibrations to activate certain molecules and things of that nature. A rolling dervish in ecstasy, reuniting with his love, with his God, with the sounds of the reed flute, is the same as the lover dancing to the notes of music. And they are on the same frequency. They have reached the plane of love, art, and true love, which is the most supreme plane. The paths are the same. Music is universal. It assists to achieve ecstasy for every society according to their understanding. That is, all the branches of love, dance, and art are worship only. Do not forget that the first dance started with the tom sounds, and with the sticks of American Indians, Aboriginals, or Niji people. That is Turtle Island. It didn't say Turtle Island here. It didn't say those. I'm just saying that the Native American, the Aboriginal Niji. Okay, that is the essence of everything. Is the human, and the human has created the universe with his or her own energy. Hold on. That is the essence of everything. Is the human, and the human has created the universe with his or her energy. It's within, family. Everything's it's in your mind. Creation in the mind of the creator. You are the creator. Worship in the church is the same as worship in the mosque. The moment a drunkard forgets himself or herself, and a cupbearer's offering wine are the same. Hold on. Worship in the church is the same as worship in the mosque. Hold on, forgive me, family. I'm looking for something because I'm supposed to be doing something. I'm trying to figure out where the chapter is. Okay, we're going to read a little bit more. Give me a second, family. Okay, never mind. I'm good right now. Worship in the church is the same as worship in the mosque. The moment a drunkard forgets himself or herself, and a cupbearer's offering wine are the same worship. Worship in the church is the same as worship in the mosque. The moment a drunkard forgets him or herself, and a cupbearer's offering wine are the same worship. This is because during that divine moment, you can always rise up to the plane of God, due to the fact that there is no negative vibration, no negative thought within you. Oh, okay. This is such supremacy that humankind has awaited this rising of supremacy since it was born. Some have risen to supremacy through the most correct path, and some by sacrificing themselves, like hippies. You consider the hippies as the dregs of society, but no, They are very powerful positive energies because they cannot adapt themselves to society no matter what they do. It always makes them happy to meet at the realm of colors. They are the victims of society in the realm of Christianity, just as the sheep are sacrificed in the realm of Islam. In this period, while Islam sacrifices a sheep so that nothing malevolent happens to him or her, a Christian sacrifices the hippies by pushing them away from society. When a Christian worships in their church, when an Islam performs their, I like how they put that, when an Islam performs, what's up Islam? When a Christian worships in their church, when an Islam performs their prayer 5 times a day in their mosque, they consider that they have done their mandate towards their God, and they have forgotten their entire responsibilities over with. To be able to go outside this consciousness, one has to become a genuine human. Everyone is sent to the world with a mission. This universal mission is the solidarity of society. Thus, the Quran has enlightened the human on the path of learning, science, love, logic, and mutual assistance. Cleanliness comes from true belief. Civilized societies have solved this, but the Arab received the command from their God to wash themselves 5 times a day. For this is imperative in the medium where they live. However, unfortunately, humankind has learned to wash its physical body, but could never learn to wash its spirit. The points of view regarding the old social solidarity and the solidarities of the present have changed much. If you extend your pure essence heart and your hand to an unfortunate person beside you and restore a human into social community, then there is no necessity to sacrifice an animal. A kind word, an innocent, loving look is the best of worship. Do not ever forget this, our friends. With that, real quick, I want to say, family, I do this all the time. Whenever I go somewhere, like to a store to buy something, or whether I'm on the phone handling business, with one of the agents on the phone, let's say I have an issue with something, and I got to call customer support. I always try my best to first greet them and say, how are you doing today? Or even someone, I remember when I was a truck driver, someone would come in while I was sitting in the truck and put a flyer in the window, and I would stop, poke my head and be like, how you doing today? And sometimes, family, sometimes people don't say it back. Sometimes people might be like, well, what's so good about today? Or sometimes they might actually go into a whole spiel, which is fine. But, but then sometimes some people are really just like, they would stop and they would look at me and they just be like, thank you. And I'd be like, what do you mean? And they just be like, I've been passing this stuff out all day and people just been ignoring me. They've been rude, acting like I'm not there. And you just, just the fact that you just stopped and just acknowledged me and said hello. That you asked me how my day was. I appreciate, this has happened a few times. And sometimes, I've ended up talking to people to where, having deep conversations. And they just been like, I've, not necessarily at the register, but just, I do this in general to people because I just believe, treat people how you want to be treated. And a lot of times this has blessed me with certain conversations and learned things and, people I've met, in life. Just because, as they say, you get further with honey, than you do with, I forget what the other one, than with bees, I guess, or with stingers. Okay, if you extend your pure essence heart and your hand to an unfortunate person beside you and restore a human into social community, then there's no necessity to sacrifice an animal. A kind word and innocent loving look is the best of worships. Do not ever forget this, our friends. Ooh. Oh, one more thing. This is what I say sometimes people, because when it comes to understanding actual love, not this worldly version of love, because I don't believe in love. I don't like that word. But just because that's the word we have, I tell people, if you were to get on a public bus and sit next to someone and not say nothing to them, nothing, just sit there and wait till you get off the bus at your next stop, in that moment, you have probably, and it could be maybe that day, you have so-called loved that person, or I call it respect, passion, and joy. You have showed that person more love, so-called love, than anyone has that entire day. Because even though you didn't say anything, just because you didn't say hi or anything, but you didn't bring any unnecessary negativity to their life, you didn't put your hands on them, you didn't do anything else to add to what they already have on their plate. You just let them be. You just let them exist. You respected their right to live and do whatever they were doing and go on their business. And that is, family, the ultimate expression, in my opinion, of love, which why I don't feel like it's possible with us in this realm, at this time at least, because it's a universal love for not only people, but animals and plants, just the environment, period, everything, family, respect, joy. Joy, which is what we're addicted to today, has to be maintained through respect and passion. Anyway, keep going. Our friends. Now we would like to talk to you about the great contradictions between the cultures of the East and the West. A line is billions of points becoming infinite and infinite. Okay. A line is billions of points becoming infinite at infinity. The atomic totality in each point has brought the triplet of calligraphy, painting, and sculpture into being by connecting the points of each other. Why were painting and sculptures banned in the Islamic society and not in the Western society? Islamic society divided into this atomic structure long before and had attained learning through religion. The West solved everything through learning in a civilized way and then found its God. It should never be forgotten that the first of something is not the last of that thing. There will always be new steps to be taken in the advancements made as a necessity of society. By setting out on this path, the Islamic society solved all the secrets in the Quran by calculating them with the Arabic numerical alphabet and learned the medium of unity. This knowledge has led humans who have ego to be veiled due to jealousy. This knowledge has led humans who have ego to be veiled due to jealousy. The West has accepted this view very naturally and has advanced on the designed path of light step by step. Our light friend Muhammad Mustafa, who first put forth his steps of divine light on the world in the Arabic Peninsula, tried to restore humanity and society by propagating Islam. But he could never obtain the result he hoped for. Humans, instead of unifying, got separated even more through sex, just as it is in other religions. The Catholic, the Orthodox, and the Protestant creeds divided people in the same way. All religions are the same. Everyone's God is one. We all worship the same God. There are no privileges among us. Privilege exists in the views of our human brothers and sisters. God has never given up hope for his servants, for all the living beings came into being from his energy. You said that God is jealous, that he never shares his love with anyone. Actually, the Quran could not convey the genuine meaning of this to you. His love has been distributed to all animals, plants, insects, and to rocks and soil, in the entire universe. Society, due to its fantastic fears, has loved its God in fear. They could not even embrace their children with love, who have been their nearest and dearest, due to their fear that God would take them away. In fact, God is an extremely great energy that opens up more to humankind as it loves. Love is not in show, but in vibration. Whomever you smile at in this world, that person will always smile back at you. The universal rule is this. The property of this period is the law of nature. Head for a head, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. If you love me, I will love you too. Because you are a mirror, you mirror whatever you see. If you are a light, you will mirror light. If you are a piece of coal, you remain pitch black like coal without burning. Do not thank your God in church or in mosque for the blessings he has given you. Give thanks to him because he has brought you into existence. For he has never killed you, but has brought you into existence again and again in every period. That past life, family. To know how to exist means to comprehend the cause of existence. Setting out with the computer, we solve the universe through lines. The tail end of the scheme is the hand. Setting out with the computer, we solve the universe through lines. The tail end of the scheme is in hand. The tail end of the scheme, maybe it means scheme, is in hand. It's Skein. This means that by connecting this book with the Quran, we will put out all the knowledge one by one from the well. We will complete this book with knowledge even Western society does not know yet. Computers, Televisions, radios, and tape recorders are the most primitive instruments of this period. The instrument that assembles all the knowledge at one point has been shedding light on you since the period of papyruses, cuneiform writings, and caves. This is your brain. It is at the universal vibration of the art code that is the highest. Your frequencies that have risen up to this code have brought you into the space age. For you to be able to come here, it is imperative that your brain become a universal satellite. However, doubt is primitive bond that propels you to the quest medium. Each quest depresses doubts one by one. It breaks the chains of fear one by one. And learning progresses on this path in this manner. All religious books have talked about resurrection until today, but nothing has happened. Those who have attained this consciousness advance fearlessly on this path. Let us explain this much to you. Nothing in this world is alone and single. Against each positive technique developed, there's another positive technique one step ahead. This, in other words, the Creator knows what you want or what you need before you even know it. The system is informed of everything and shuts the circuit down at the time of danger. From now on, there will not be any more stealing of secrets, neither in politics, nor in your social lives, nor in your private lives. Family, if you look at your life and it seems like things in life have been changing, especially if you've been paying attention to certain creators like Brother Big Judah, Big Levi, Abdul Desir, Brother Man, and so many other content creators, Brother Karimo, Black Magic 363, Billy Carson, all these people, family, all this information should be intersected. If you've really been following, so a lot of this should make sense to you. Never fear, for negative factors are immediately rendered ineffective. There is never any distribution in the circuit. This order has brought you love, friendship, and peace. We wish happy days to all our brothers and sisters in their beautiful worlds. Our friends, now we would like to mention Mother to you a little bit. By the command of God, all the goodwill and love in the entire universe is given to the woman who is going to be a mother. For the perpetuation of the generation is formed through this love. A mother should never presume that she feeds her baby only with her milk. Actually, that which feeds and maintains the life of a baby is the vibrations of love transmitted by the mother. The device to measure the vibrations of this love is not present in your world yet. Ego of the social community could not bring the mother, whom even God, ego of the social community could not bring the mother, whom even God has rendered so supreme, to her currently deserved place. Hold on. The device to measure the vibrations of this love is not present in your world yet. Ego of the social community could not bring the mother, whom even God has rendered so supreme, to her currently deserved place. Those who first make frequency contact with us are mothers. We dictate these to you. Hold on. Those who first make frequency contact with us are mothers. We dictate these to you to explain how great a power love is. Underdeveloped societies will be annihilated in proportion with the torment they cause women. Do not ever forget this. Changes that will occur during the time that comes from beyond the 20th century until today will convince you more. Changes that will occur during the time that comes from beyond the 20th century until today will convince you more. Those appreciated by God are carried as a crown by us as well. All their problems are taken in hand. Changes that will occur during the time that comes from beyond the 20th century until today will convince you more. Those appreciated by God are carried as a crown by us. All their problems are taken in hand. In the case that the frequency of mothers is cut by negative factors, your world medium will never be free of depression. The time has changed. The medium has changed. The world needs love given from the essence, not demanding love. This powerful current is present in the mother. Do not ever forget, Be you either man or woman. Your possessive ego will always lower your frequency. No religious books will henceforth be revealed to you. You may accept these words as a continuation of your books. Happiness and success to you all from the supreme plane. Should we keep going? Well, okay, well that was you know what? We've had an hour already. I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. And next time we're gonna dang it. Oh well. I took out where I had left. Man, okay. Anyway. Alright, family. I'll catch you later. All praise to the Most High Creator and all that good stuff. Thank you for this knowledge, universe. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, universe, for this good stuff. Alright, family. I'll catch y'all later. Be blessed.